some intelligence services are separated between operations and intelligence. We're not. So this intelligence becomes actionable in terms of carrying out dirty tricks.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it gives you leverage. I mean, once you know everybody and what they're doing, what they're thinking, what they're planning, I mean, you have the opportunity to manipulate them any way you want by causing certain things to occur or making certain suggestions in certain areas, or, you know, just simply outright blackmail against them, or anything that you can leverage against them, or anything that they, against somebody they really care about. So you have an opportunity to do all of that.
Where do you think we're headed? I often wonder if we're all going to be Uyghurs one day. I mean, the Chinese, they're part of a couple steps ahead, but we're certainly moving in that direction.
Yeah, especially with things like the Internet of Things, and also it gives them the opportunity to do any kind of thing, like using existing kinds of weapons to like the Cubans did in our embassy, or the Russians did with microwaves in our embassy in Moscow. They could do the same thing here with other people, and we have some people complaining that's in fact what is happening. So
explain what the microwave, how it works.
Well, what it will do is give you certain microwave frequencies coming at you will burn your skin and actually burn it down to a certain depth. So
and it goes through walls.
Yeah, yep, and it can. Yes, it can go through walls. But they also have, you know, other kinds of laser type things that can be even more intense. So, and they can use infrared to find out where you are and follow you inside your building. Those kinds of things, yeah.
Well, we all carry our own tracking devices.
Yeah, with the phones
for
and
the
everything.
NSA,
yeah.
And we pay for the privilege.
Yes, we do, and we pay also for them to spy on us. So
you have, but with the Uyghurs, you've got all this facial recognition technology. Many of these IA companies come out of Silicon Valley. Is that where you see all this?
Yeah, and I see it because in NSA there's a program called Treasure Map. That program's intent is to track every device on the network worldwide every minute of every day where it is. So that's using GPS for your cell phones and computers and so on. But also you can marry that up with all the cameras that exist in the world, and if you can tap into them, you can see where somebody is and get their face from that picture. And if you have locations that you have video on for at least three different videos, you can find the common face. In that case, because you can get down to a foot or two. So in that point, you can then start mapping all the faces with all the data you have against that person, the phone numbers and computers numbers and so on. And so that then get all the other devices feeding you from the Internet of Things, if you will, and you get to see everything around that person.
Which you can't turn off. We think we can turn off our computer.
No, we can't. We can't. No, that's right.
It may look like it's off, but it's not off.
No, that's right. That's right.
What kind of a world are we creating? I mean, there's no oversight. There's no control. This is secret government.
Yeah.
Whatever you think about Trump, there is a deep state. This is it. The few times the legislative body like Feinstein have tried to, boy, they came for her. I mean, there doesn't seem to be any control at this point.
Yeah, and that's what we whistleblowers been arguing about, that all of this needs to come under control. We tried to make a suggestion to government as to how to do that, but it needs to be, we really need to have some people held accountable legally and in criminal court for the actions they've done so far. If we don't do that, then this thing is just going to continue. I mean, we have to hold them accountable in criminal court and put them in jail, really, for what the crimes they've committed.
One of the things that I find fascinating, you have figures like Clapper, Brennan, former high intelligence officials, who, for whatever you think about Trump, have mounted a public campaign on behalf of the intelligence community. They moved into a political assault machine against the White House. And one has to suspect that they are speaking on behalf of these organizations.
Well, there's another whistleblower coming out. I don't know if you've not too much attention been paid to it. He ran a program called The Hammer out of CIA, and it was set up by Clapper and Brennan, according to the whistleblower. And the primary target for that was the Trump campaign, and even Trump before the campaign, as well as the president after the campaign. So this was set up separate so that they could do from CIA, inside CIA, so that they could do it and get away with it without having any record in any other agency of the government. So this was a secret, separate program set up by CIA, Clapper and Brennan to do this kind of thing. This is what the whistleblower is saying.
Well, I mean, and the language is,
Yeah.
I mean, they calling Trump an agent or a stooge of Moscow, a traitor. I think they've used these kinds of words. And aside, it doesn't matter what you think of Trump, and I'm a Trump critic, but that kind of power unleashed within the society is frightening and despotic.
And just look at them coming out in the open and saying these kinds of things shows you the arrogance of the power they think they have. And that's why they have to be held accountable, because if they aren't, I mean, this kind of activity will simply continue.
Well, they're not only are they not held accountable,
Right.
but they become J. Edgar Hoover on steroids or Berea or any
steroids,
other,
yeah.
And essentially they control the state, because anybody, even in the system of power, defies them at tremendous risk.
They do, yes, and you can see that with Barr and Durham now. They're being attacked. So, and the idea is that they're trying to get to the truth, and this secret government doesn't want that because they'll be exposed. And once they start being exposed, then it's going to be like dominoes. They're going to fall one after the other, and that breaks up the entire state. And that's really what we have to do.
Right.
I mean, otherwise we're never going to stop this. It's only going to get worse.
And what'll the state look like? Is it Orwellian at that point?
It is. Yeah. Well, I mean, we're pretty close to that
Yeah,
right
we are.
now.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And what do they want? I mean, what is their goal? Is it just complete control on behalf of a global oligarchic elite? I don't want to simplify it, but what is the...
No, I think that's pretty close. I mean, I think it's just power and control of the population. It's population control.
And that's because, of course, with social inequality, the stripping of civil and labor rights, you are dividing industrial nations into a tiny cabal of elites and serfs.
Yes. And that's happening around the world, yeah.
Right. Thanks, Bill. That was intelligence expert and NSA whistleblower, William Binney.